Well, good morning again. Today is Tuesday, July 30th. Wrapping this trip up, man, as we go. Still got about 18, 19 more days to go. Yesterday we hit that Shoshone Falls, which was awesome. The Perrine Bridge, which was incredible, man. What a bridge that was. You know, these are just little things that we find in passing through our destinations, you know. Anyway, today we're headed into, I don't know how you want to say it, Teton National Park. So we're going to go through that. We're going to work our way again back over Yellowstone Lake into Cody, Wyoming. And we'll hold up in Cody till the following day. And then I think we're going to be headed to Little Bighorn and back in Montana. So these are little interesting tidbits. And, you know, then from there we'll probably go back into Buffalo, Wyoming. Then past Devil's Tower. And then up into the Black Hills area, Custer Park, Mount Rushmore, all that. So anyway, hang in there with us today, because I don't know what to expect. Maybe it's a little bit more of the same, but it should be pretty cool. So we'll see you down on the road in a little bit. Okay, so we're off and running to Teton National Park. We're still about 10 miles out, I guess. We're running right along the Snake River, which goes for miles and miles. Really pretty river. I don't know if we can catch some sights through the trees. It's a little rough. You know, we can see it, but the GoPro probably will pick up just drips and drabs of it. But we have a beautiful day. It's 54 degrees out, almost 9 a.m. in the morning. Got a long ride ahead of us today, but hopefully it isn't as bad as I think. But we'll keep traveling down the road, both smiling like, yeah, right. But I'm sure we'll enjoy the day. Beautiful out here, as you can see. You can still, there you go, maybe get a little shot of the Snake River now. A little bit on your right. And we still have that smoky haze from the California fires. I guess that's going to stay in this region for weeks on end. And that's sad. That's sad, because you really miss the beauty. Try to get shots from far away, you know. All right, we'll keep trucking down the road as we usually do. Grab the sights in, stop when we see something really cool, get some shots in, and that's it. And we'll catch up to you a little bit later. On the road we go. Off we go. Okay, so we made our first turn onto Route 89, headed to Jackson Hole. Just wanted to give you a little preview of the landscape out here. So far, so good. Pretty cool. Got a long way to go today, though, that's for sure. But Teton, naturally, it's a lot smaller than Yellowstone, but we have to go through Yellowstone anyway to get to Cody. But scenery is beautiful. It's just beautiful out here. I'm trying to think of the word. It's just majestic. Well, we know it's majestic, but it's just it begins with a Q. The word I'm looking for. It's just
quaint.
Yeah, it's quaint. That's not the word, but that's close enough.
Essential. There's only a couple of Q's.
Yeah, I know. There's only a couple of Q's. Yeah. Kozar. It's. Meanwhile, I got that blinker going. Blink, blink, blink. All right, I think we need to pick up a little speed here because everybody wants to pass me by. All right, so let's keep on trucking. So now we're hitting the town of Teton. Well, there's a little bit of it anyway. Wanted to get a lot of it back there, but wasn't able to. Going nice and slow down here. Get a little view of the town. Pretty cool. Now this is quaint. This is a quaint town. Alright, so that's probably pretty much it on the town. So off we go, headed into Teton. See you in a bit. Well, back there is the view of Grand Teton. And you got Mount Owen, Teton Glacier, TP Glacier, and Middle Teton Glacier down yonder. But the problem is too much smoke from the fires in California, which makes it a little tough to see. So we'll do a little bit of this, and I'll get the camera out and see if I can get something a little better than, maybe zoom in a little bit, see if we can get something a little better. Okay, so we'll be back. Alright, so we've officially been in Teton for a while. Just stopped to get a shot of a herd of bison. Difference between bison and buffalo. If you don't know that, the bison have the bigger head, and the buffalo have more of a cow head. So just a little tidbit of information for you out there. Now we're continuing through Teton, which isn't very big. Like I said, we caught most of the Teton Mountains back a ways. Got some film of it, a couple of pictures, but the fires from California really ruined the view. And it is unfortunate, but all in all, we still got some shots in, and it's beautiful. We should be coming out of Teton pretty soon and running back into Yellowstone. We're just going to go around the lake a bit and then head out to the highway towards Cody. So hang in there with us, and we'll be back if we see anything cool. So I made a boo-boo. I thought we were already going through Teton. We just went through the booths. So we are now officially in Teton, and we have actually 47 miles of it to drive through before we actually hit Yellowstone Lake. So we got a little bit of a ride. I'm sure we got some sightseeing to do, some stop-offs. So that should be pretty cool. So let's drive up on the road here and see what we could find. All right, we'll chime in a little later. All right, so it looks like we got a little stop off here, and we grabbed this little lake here. Well, little lake, big lake. We got out to grab some pictures and just kind of just enjoyed the view of it. Not exactly sure what lake it is, but I'm thinking this might be Jenny Lake. But there are about 30 lakes here in Teton. But I'm guessing that this one might be Jenny Lake. Anyway, we're just going to hang out here for a few minutes, take a break, enjoy the lake, and then we'll hit the road. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Later. Okay, so we finally made our turn and we're headed to the east entrance of Yellowstone National Park, and we'll be going around the lake of Yellowstone and probably going to pass through a lot of the terrain that we saw on our recent trip here through Yellowstone. So that should be pretty cool. So we'll get a second look at a few little things, maybe catch some of the things that we missed, and some little new nuances here and there. We're still about 100 miles from Cody, Wyoming. So let's put the metal to the pedal and let's get there, and we'll see in a little bit. So hang in there, everybody. More to see, more to come. Later. Alright, so here we are coming around the east side of the lake, which we didn't do the first couple of days. So I got some beautiful views out here, but the smoke is pretty intense. Still about 22 miles from the east entrance. Well, oh yeah, there you go. So a couple more hot springs to the right. We're just gonna come around these couple of turns here. Get a little shot of the lake if we can see it. There you go. Just wanted to give you a little touch of the lake. And we're moving on. Pretty cool down here though. Just wanted to give you a little preview of all these trees down it. So it was incredible coming through. It looks like when you look at it, it looks like a lumber mill. There's so many trees down on both sides. I'm catching the tail end of it now, but if you can catch some down below, man, what a mess. Well, this is probably the last of the mountains that we're going to see on this trip. But then again, I could be wrong. Never know what we're going to run into. But the fire smoke is, like I've been saying all along, it's pretty incredible. Beautiful mountains. It's just that, we just can't get a clear shot of them. Until you get up pretty close, then it's not too bad. But from a distance, you can hardly see them. All right, so we got a little something over here. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. That's rabbit. A rabid fox. looks like we're hitting the east gate. So like I said earlier, we've gone through all 4 gates. So now we'll just get through this here and head on to Cody, which is probably about 55 miles, somewhere like that. So we're good to go. And here you go. Here is the east gate to Yellowstone National Park. What a trip. Awesome. All right, let's get trucking down this road and let's get to Cody. Got a couple of things to do there. In fact, let me just get a picture of the sign of the eastern entrance and we're pretty much good to go. Hey, you got your little teepee here. Yellowstone, leaving Yellowstone National Park. Pretty cool. Oh, so I guess we'll be going into a little forest here. Shoshone National Forest. Wow, this Shoshone National Forest is pretty big. It's all over the place. All right, going to check out and get back to my way so I know where I'm going. Later. All right, a little touch of Wyoming out of Yellowstone. Still got mountains everywhere we go. Can't escape them. But very pretty. Pretty awesome, actually. Probably about 40 miles out now from Cody. And we're still hitting these gorgeous structures. Crazy. Just crazy. This country is just loaded with beauty. That's all I can say. Right? It's just, I mean, just, wow, look at this.
Constant change.
Yep, and everything it has its own unique look. Still have a little bit of the smoke. You know, as we're heading totally east. Wow, look at these structures. These are massive. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just keep filming for a few minutes. Very, very pretty look. Oh, you got this guy. I'm doing 70. This guy wants to do 100. And you got a beautiful stream on the right. Wow, look at these massive stones. This is pretty unique. Wow, picturesque. I don't know. Wow, these massive. Man, this is a real touch of Wyoming here, boy. I tell you, this is pretty cool. This is part of the unexpected things you see just driving from destination to destination. You hit all this unique landscapes, one better than the other, one more unique than the other. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is that was quite the sight. I'm sure there's more up ahead. So we'll cut out for a minute and we'll get back to you. Wanted to give you a little shot of that smoke that you see billowing. Those are definitely forest fires. That is insane.
He's right there.
Holy crap. Look at the smoke from them fires. Wow. That is nuts. I gotta pull over and try to zoom in with my camera if I can. You could almost see the yellow coming up out of the bellows of smoke. That is crazy. Hey, we're gonna pull over here for a minute. I want to see if I can zoom into it a little bit better. Wow, that's horrible. Wow, that's crazy stuff right there. Man, that is definitely forest fire for sure. I'm sure you could see it. Getting a pretty good look at it. Raising the camera up. Wow. Yeah, oh, wow, and I see some black smoke coming up. That's crazy. All right, let me tune out for a minute. Let's see if I can get some close-up shots. Yeah, I just wanted to get another quick shot with the GoPro just to see it. You know, too bad I can't zoom in with these things. That would be great if you could, you know. But, yeah, you got some fires up there for sure. Well, we better get around these mountains. I definitely don't want to get stuck out here. Yeah, which I doubt would happen, but you never know. All right? Just wanted to give you a little preview. And, boy, that's gonna do some smoke damage. All right, we're out of here. All right, as you can see, we got some real billowing smoke coming out of the mountains here. We're only about 30 miles out of Cody, Wyoming. Man, it's billowing. I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit more. Man, that's some nasty stuff. You can see the yellow from the fire itself coming up. I saw it. You see it a little better back further, but this gives you a pretty good idea of what a forest fire is and the smoke. This is some nasty stuff. That's some nasty stuff right there. Just wanted to give you a quick shot of that, you know, because here's the terrain, you know, itself, which is pretty cool. But man, and it's windy, and it's chilly. It's low 60s. But just to give you the terrain, and now you're pretty much going to start to see the smoke. So that's amazing. Let me zoom in again a little bit more. Wow, that's crazy stuff. Boy, we've seen it all on this trip. All right, I'm going to tune out now, and wow, man, that's unbelievable. Yeah, we better get going. I want to get past this stuff. We'll see you on the road. Oh, there's the fire. It is very smoky. That's crazy. Like I said, this whole area just burnt out. If you can see up there, you got the billowing is even more. And all in here is all burnt out and smoky. This is crazy. In fact, there's more burning out right in here. All right, we're going to get out of here, so we'll see you later. Oh, here's that fire that we see, that plume of smoke. And it's all coming right from here. That's crazy. Well, the only good thing is that many trees in here, so it's not going to be like a total burnout. But it's great. Oh boy, you can smell it now. Looks like somebody's up there. I don't know. It seems like it's going out now. So I don't know. Oh no, there goes more trees catching on fire. You can see it. It's wow. You can see this whole section right in here. This whole section is a fresh burn right in here. Oh, and it's windy. But you can see this whole section just burnt out. And there's more up there. There's more up there, so this is crazy too. You see the smoke up here? That's where the smoke is. This is burning like crazy here. All right, let me get the camera and take some more shots. Well, we just left those fires, but you can see all of the smoke is really bad here. That was, wow, that was an experience. I really didn't want to hang around because, you know, these things spread so fast. You certainly don't want to get caught in the middle of it. So we're definitely getting ourselves out of here. That was pretty insane. And it's a shame because you got such great views here, but well, I showed you that big patch of land that was burnt out. I saw the fire department there, so hopefully they got it under control. But this is how these things start, you know. But we're just going down the road now. We're not even that far from the hotel, so we're probably gonna get a good whiff of this for sure. All right, we got some great sights here though, but we got to get down the road. All right, I'm gonna check out for a minute, and we'll tune back in. All right, so we just took off from those fires, we wanted to get out of there pretty quick. Still got some great views down here, but we don't want to hang around. We saw the fire department there, so that's a good sign. So hopefully they could get it under control. But we saw that big patch pretty much burnt out. And wow, it is smoky down here, and it smells. It's pretty brutal. The smoke is even worse down here as it travels. Oh, that was an experience. That's something I like to see. But we're probably about 20 miles out of the hotel now, so we're probably going to get a good whiff of that where we're staying. But anyway, let's head into town, and we'll be back in a minute. So we have now entered Buffalo Bill State Park here in Wyoming, in Cody, Wyoming. What you see is what you get. But the smoke is crazy here. Look at this beautiful lake, river, whatever you want to call it. It's gorgeous. Boy, we caught a lot more than we bargained for today, that's for sure. About 14 miles out of Cody now, so this is part of the Buffalo Bill Dam, and it's actually a historic place, as they say. So this is pretty cool in here. And we're only about 6 miles out now. Wow. Didn't expect this at all. This is pretty cool in here. Really cool in here. And this is the dam right here. And we're going to be going through a tunnel. Imagine that. So let's slow down. Wow, all the rock, and it's all rock. All rock and mountain. It's just, this is what you call a mountain tunnel. This is so cool. We've gone through a few of these. This one's kind of unique. That guy has no lights on, but a dog hanging out at the car. That was cool. Oh, this is quite the tunnel. We went through some tunnels, but they weren't like this, except for the Chesapeake Bay. That was totally different. That was just miles and miles. Oh, you could hear the roar of those motorcycles. All right, so we're coming out now. And it looks like we're going to be entering another one. Wow, some views down here. That's crazy. Multiple tunnels. Insane. Wow. So let's see. All right, speed limit goes up a little bit. All right, looks like we're out of that mountainous terrain. So we're getting close. I don't know, is there anything you want to see here, Mo?
I want to take a picture of the Buffalo Bill. Never did it. What else is no? It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. All right, we're just going to scoot around it and come down here a ways. Whoa. Wow, I tell you, incredible views here. Did not expect this at all.
No. That's the best. That's why we did try.
This was a what you call a surprise find. The Teton River. I can't believe it. This Teton River runs like for days. It's crazy. But, you know, coming around some more turns and some more mountains, and guess we'll check out and we'll be back. So finally we have entered his Buffalo Bill Center of the West.
Well, again.
Well, we finally entered the town of Cody, Wyoming. All right, the smoke is bad, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Cody Stampede Park. Let's see, we still got another. Well, we're going to try to get to a Walmart, pick up a couple of little things here and there. Wow, I got a big rodeo here on the left. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see bulls and everything in there. This might be worth taking a ride back later.
I would love to see a rodeo.
Well, some of it anyway. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, we were in the town of Cody, Wyoming.
So cute.
Looks nice.
At least you got a town.
The dinner and show. Dinner and show. Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Wow, look at all the... Hey, got a little action here. Hey, gas is reasonable.
Fireworks.
If Sinclair is $3.59, that means you could probably get something for around $3.40. It's the Hampton Inn. So we're just scoping it out. Trying to just see what's down here.
You gotta stay here if you're going to Walmart.
So we got 3/10 of a mile to Walmart.
Western must be after.
Yeah. Our hotel is probably down the road a bit. You got Cassie's Bar and Lounge. Yeah, I guess it's $3.47. I knew it would be a little cheaper. So let's see. I guess this is Walmart. I can see the sign. All right, so we're gonna check out now. We're gonna head into Walmart and pick up some supplies.
Nails and spa.
And there you go, nails and spa. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you have a mind. All right, we'll chime in later. Okay, so we made it to our hold-up spot here in Cody. Now we're gonna head out for a little dinner here at the Premier Ivy restaurant, which was about a block away. So we're gonna check that out and see what it's all about, and then we'll check back a little later and sign off for the night. All right, we'll see you over there at dinner. All right, so I guess this is where we're gonna have dinner. It's the 8th Street at the Ivy. Actually, it's in the Best Western, another Best Western. But this one looks a little bit nicer than the one we're at. Yeah, this is a pretty cool place. All right, welcome to 8th Street Restaurant and Bar. All right, so we'll check it out.